A hilarious new stand-up special from comedy legend Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, is coming to Hulu November 22nd. This Thanksgiving, see Jim in a whole new light as he gives you the inside scoop on everything from parenting teenagers to weight loss and gaslighting family members. For everyone in need of a happy hour, the new hilarious stand-up special, Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, premieres November 22nd, streaming on Hulu.
This Thanksgiving, Butterball wants you to really connect. Let's get back to laughing around the table, sharing stories, and making memories. Let's talk like we used to. We'll help with the turkey so you can enjoy being together. Visit Butterball.com for turkey tips.
Ask me, ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them, we'll read them, then we'll give you answers. You know it, I've got it. I've got the answer, you ask me. I'll tell you anything.
You guys, sometimes I go on other people's podcasts, and for the most part, I don't do a lot of them. And every once in a while, I'll get pitched one where I'm like, oh, that's a really cool idea. And I was on Natch Beaut, Jackie Michelle Johnson's podcast, Natch Beaut. She's going to go by Jackie Johnson. And I had such a good time, and I so enjoyed her and her Texas voice. So we've brought her on the pod. She was kind enough to join us. She's here in studio today.
Thanks for having me, Iliza.
There's no audience, but yeah.
Yay! We can clap for ourselves.
I find your voice so soothing.
Thank you.
And I think you're very funny.
Thank you. That's such a compliment coming from such a soothed voice, funny lady.
Oh, I don't know if I have a soothing voice, but I appreciate it. And I remember you saying on your podcast, talking about your mom, and you were like, you got to cream your neck.
Oh, yeah. I
Cream.
go as deep as I possibly can with the cream. If I'm topless, I'll go to the nip. I'll cream all the way nip up because these are areas we neglect, you know? I met a woman who does an entire skin routine on her ass.
What?
A full ass routine.
Is she an ass model?
No, but there's a company called Bawdy, Bawdy, and they make ass face masks.
Oh.
So I know you love a good sheet mask.
I do.
She made them for your ass.
Wow. I do, but then somebody was like, those aren't biodegradable. So as of yesterday, I've said, please don't give me sheet masks unless they're biodegradable.
Yeah.
So we could talk about that. But people have questions for you.
I'm so excited.
You're a beauty expert.
I'm an enthusiast of the space. I'm an enthusiastic explorer of the space.
Yeah, because you're not a scientist.
Right.
You're not, but you're a consumer, and by virtue of that fact, you know a lot about it.
And I've had 100 episodes of Natch Beaut, so by now, I've heard it all, babe.
Yeah.
I've heard it all.
And you're not just the president, you're also a user.
That's true, yes.
So the questions are beauty-specific. We culled beauty-specific ones.
Yep.
So that you'd feel included.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, I mean, there were a couple I saw that were like personal advice ones, and then I was like, oh, I don't know how you do it. It's stressful.
I just have a disclaimer. I'm like, don't kill yourself because I told you to, and it should be okay.
Great.
Stacy _Liz.
What if I tell somebody to kill themselves?
That's fine. I think it's fine. That one lady just went to jail for it, for like urging her boyfriend, but that's different. No, I mean, look, it's all taken with a grain of salt. People are going to get whatever.
Yes,
we'll pop a disclaimer in there. No big
But yeah,
deal.
also don't do it, but also do it.
Yes.
Stacy _Liz_ says, what is one of the biggest mistakes people make when it comes to makeup/facial care? And how to avoid it as someone who's not so makeup facial care aficionado?
That's such a great question. Don't you agree, Iliza?
It's great, Jackie.
I think we're inundated with so much advertising now, everywhere we turn. And the pressure is like, oh, do I need to contour? Do I need to, serum? No, bitch, do what you want. So the number one rule is, if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
That's my life. That's everything I say.
Yeah. So
weddings, babies.
Yeah, if you want to have a kid, have a kid. If you don't, don't. So don't feel pressured to do stuff just because you're seeing ads or friends are doing it or things like that. If you're curious and want to try it, go for it, babe. But if you don't, don't. So don't get overwhelmed.
Don't get overwhelmed. Also, I have to say the basics do work. Like Cetaphil is a great face wash, and you get it at the drugstore. and it gets the job done. Baby oil, some people don't agree with this, is a great eye makeup remover. My mom uses it. Like, these are simple things.
Right.
And then just a Cetaphil moisturizer if you don't want to get too crazy. Because you could go blue in the face. And I don't know if you agree, most of it's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's very trendy now, and a word will get popular like green, clean beauty. They're throwing that around now. And it's just because it's a trend.
Right.
And trends go all over skincare, all over fashion, all over everything. So I think that's a good piece of advice is if you're curious about it, maybe Google it, watch a couple YouTubes, ask your friends. But don't feel pressured to do shit just because everybody's doing it.
Also, you should know, like eye creams and moisturizers, you have to wear it consistently for a while to see a difference. So when they give you a sample, it's like, what, to make sure it doesn't burn my skin?
Yeah.
You really need to stick with it to see.
Same. Everybody listens to Natch Beaut knows I'm a full-size gal. I need a full-size bottle of product. I don't samples, keep walking. I don't want your damn sample. And if you give me a sample, give me a bottle, not a damn pouch.
Don't give me a pouch.
I don't want a damn pouch.
Get
a
this
sample.
pouch out of here. D-Jazz hands. She wasn't yelling at you. D-Jazz hands. What are Jackie's? Okay, thanks a lot. What are Jackie's desert island essentials? Makeup, skincare, entertainment, or otherwise? Just stick to the beauty stuff. I don't care about the DVDs.
Got it. Okay, good. I'll be leaving my Wedding Singer DVD at home.
My deluxe Wedding Singer DVD.
You know, I used to actually really love that movie.
It's great.
It's great, but there are a few things that didn't hold up. You know what I mean?
Is it like the whole Alexis Arquette thing?
Yes. And
when he's crying and singing Holiday and they're booing him, it's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's dead, but like,
yeah,
it's really funny.
It was, but that movie definitely used to make me cry laughing. Okay, we're not here to talk about The Wedding Singer. Desert Island, sunscreen.
Duh.
Sunscreen. I would rather bring 7 bottles of sunscreen than 7 bottles of water or, something.
Yeah.
Because the sun is our number one enemy.
Yeah.
So I would bring sunscreen. If I could get a little more indulgent, I would bring a couple mists. I love a good face mist.
Oh.
So I would bring like a hyaluronic mist, a hydrosol, that kind of thing. I definitely wouldn't need exfoliation because I got the sand.
Very MacGyver review.
Yep.
And the idea that you would need beauty, you're on a desert island alone.
No,
Who cares?
I'm just trying to get through the damn day.
Yeah, you're trying to not die of skin cancer alone.
I feel like that would be it because I could use coconuts for water, coconut oil I could use
to
moisturize. So I would rather just get a big ol' backpack of sunscreen.
That's an excellent answer.
Thank you.
I second that answer.
And no Wedding Singer DVDs.
Well, you can have the DVD. There's no DVD player.
Okay, perfect. I'll just reenact it.
K. Giorso, 13. I've been wearing the same makeup look ever since my mom took me to the makeup counter at the mall. Now that I'm an adult woman, I feel I should tone down my look or go more natural. What would you suggest for a woman looking to get a more mature makeup look that I still feel confident in? Pete, my Insta, looks at my makeup to see. I mean, I looked at her.
I did too.
I love you.
She's very young and cute and
She's
fresh.
Asian with like beautiful skin. Like a cinnamon skin color.
Yeah.
White woman brings up Asian woman's skin color. Internet goes crazy. And has a very natural look anyway. I don't think you need any makeup.
No, same. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I really was very baffled.
That's our answer. We don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I think, the colors and things, you can't go wrong with like a nude lip, whatever nude means to you, which again, if you match your nipple color, that's your perfect nude.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mine are purple.
Well, then you might go for a purple. See, because I'm kind of...
They're not purple.
I have taupe nipples.
What?
So that's supposed to be your exact nude shade for your face.
It will look like I have no lips if we do my nipple color. It's just like the palest piggy pink.
I mean, listen, I would be curious to see what it looked like. Okay. So if you ever want to go to Sephora, pop that titty out, do some swatches.
We have to go in public? We can't just do it here?
Well, if you have lots of colors, yeah, we could do it here.
All right, but she could do a nude lip. Oh, that's interesting.
I think a nude lip, maybe like a matte brown eye, and I think that looks good on all ages.
And a great mascara.
Keep it fresh.
Number one item is a great mascara for me. It's all I'm wearing right now in sunscreen. So that's the answer. It's like you don't need all the makeup. Also, that's the other thing. You should know Like, I know that as women, we're not allowed to say we're attractive. We're conditioned to think, oh, I need a primer, I need a...
Yes.
Sometimes people are always like, you did a makeupless pose. I'm like, I don't think I need makeup to exist.
Right.
Some girls do. Some girls are insecure about bad skin or hyperpigment. I mean, I've got melasma, but there are plenty of days where I'm like, I'm young enough and I look fine enough without it that I don't need to cake it on. Because sometimes you end up looking worse. So sometimes you have those good days where you can just do a little bit of blush. And
keep it fresh.
Keep it
if
fresh.
You're feeling cute, keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Keep it simple. Keep it smart. Do you ever watch those Sandra Lee cooking shows on Food Network? What was it called? Like Simple Home. And at the end, she'd be like, remember, keep it simple, keep it fresh, keep it frozen. Like she had like all these weird things to remind you to keep it. I'll show you.
I need to know because I'm always trying to get catchphrases.
I just love keep it fresh.
Yeah, keep it fresh. Well, we say keep your fringe fresh on Natch Beaut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any fringe though.
It applies to all. I feel like it's an allegory for other parts of our society, you know?
And I will strive to keep said fringe fresh.
Yes.
Fall has fallen, winter is on its way, the days are shorter. But just because, they feel shorter. And just because the days feel shorter doesn't mean your to-do list gets any shorter. You still have to power through your busy days. And a great way to do that is with nutritious food from Factor's no prep, no mess meals. At the end of a short day in the fall or the winter, the last thing you want to do is have to cook. Factor has got you covered from breakfast, snacks, dinner, anything in between. Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled, like their chicken Florentine with spinach and garlic chili cauliflower. You bet. That's what I want to make myself at the end of a day where I am exhausted and my husband isn't home. Whether you like routine or you enjoy mixing things up, Factor has you covered with 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add on, like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. And because Factor meals are chef prepared and dietitian approved, you're going to love not only Factor's meals taste, but also how they support your goals, even if your goal was just making yourself dinner. Head to factormeals.com/Iliza50 and use code Iliza50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's code Iliza50 at factormeals.com/Iliza50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
The holidays are here. And for a lot of us, the holidays mean decorating, hosting, celebrating. For me, it means a lot of traveling. And nothing feels better year-round, but especially during the cozy holidays, than a restful night's sleep in soft, luxurious sheets. Boll & Branch's signature sheets are made with the finest 100% organic cotton, and they get softer with every single wash. You already know that I got Boll & Branch this summer when I needed breathable sheets to sleep in, but this holiday season, I'm actually gifting some of my friends and family Boll & Branch's Ultimate Softness Bundle. I get to choose a signature hem sheet set in any color, a signature hem pillow set, and a waffle bed blanket. And they're all getting juniper because I think it's a classy color. This way you know you have something nice to sleep on when you visit. It's the perfect gift for you and them. Gift you and your loved ones a better night's sleep with Boll & Branch. And right now is their best offer of the entire year. For 25% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets, head to bollandbranch.com/Iliza. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/Iliza for 25% off. Limited time only, exclusions apply. See site for details. So finally, fall is here. I have been looking forward to it. I have had a hard year in a good way. You know, like I had a baby. I have been on a nonstop tour, nonstop traveling, and it's been hot. So I'm looking forward to, of course, pumpkin spice, everything, cooler weather, and slipping into a cozy sweater from Quince. I've talked about Quince before. Quince has beautiful leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim, and so much more. All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Dressing expensive doesn't have to be expensive. Their clothing is beautiful, it's durable, it stands the test of time, and it's what I like to call a capsule wardrobe. I got an Italian wool cocoon coat. That's one of those, you know, it's got like a European collar and it covers my butt so I can walk around New York City and not be chilly. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. Get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/Iliza for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Iliza to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Iliza.
Question for you. Where is it? Oh, yes. Shay Bobet. What are some of your favorite beauty gifts to give? Sometimes it's hard to know what people will actually want /use. That's the question. What's your favorite thing to give?
Yeah, that's a good one. I give a lot of people natural deodorant. Because
That's right. I remember that.
yeah,
What's the company?
Schmitz.
I feel like you told me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just things that I think they wouldn't think to try for themselves.
I love that.
So like I said, a face mist, a sheet mask if we're avoiding those, totally chill. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
So like things that they probably wouldn't already have in their regimen. Like I love eye patches. I know you do too. A good gel under the eye, honey.
For double the amount of time it says.
Yes.
Until it dries up.
Yes. And
Good
you
eye patch.
Peel it off. So things like that.
Something like
Go a
that's
little more
caring.
extra.
Yeah.
You know, because like we all have a blush, a concealer, a foundation. What do you not have? You know?
What do you not have that you don't know you need?
Yes.
I also am I get a lot of makeup companies will send me stuff. Stop sending me primers.
Yeah.
It's enough with the
I
primer.
don't need 7 primers.
I don't need primer. I
Yeah.
buy makeup that's got it in it. It's Yves Saint
Yeah.
Laurent. I fucking love it. Sending me a primer means that I have to go, if I'm not a base person, I've got to go find one to
Right.
then put it. It's enough with the primer.
You know,
okay?
I'm with you. I don't ever use primer.
No.
I never.
I use it for the stage because I sweat.
Yeah.
But I don't need it day to day.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. You need it for like a photo shoot. Someone's
Right.
probably putting it on you. My girlfriends who are a DJ group named Poso, last year for my birthday, gave me a very tiny Smashbox eyeshadow palette. And it was it Smashbox? No, I forgot. Or should I not mention makeup brands? Because someone, I'm trying to think of the brand. Huda.
Oh yeah, Huda.
Gave me a little like sampler and it was I never would have bought it.
You
'cause
talked about it on Natch Beaut.
and that's so sad that I'm talking about it now because my birthday's coming up. But it was like a very luxe little thing to try. I've had people give me Goop things, like a little lip balm, little expensive things that you wouldn't buy for yourself.
Right.
I like that.
Same.
Well, at least I stay consistent with my one sad luxe eyeshadow. Okay, that's good. So you would give that. I do like the face mask or drugs. Give drugs because people don't buy drugs themselves.
I actually do. I bought a lot of edibles for the holidays.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's always good. It's always good to give someone a gift. My mom and my aunt started giving each other gifts that they already own, and I love this idea.
I love that. It's like taking the shame out of regifting.
But not even like a gift like, oh, someone gave me this, but I didn't use it. Like, this was a necklace I've had forever. I'm giving it to you.
I love that.
I love this bag. I think there's something, if you can do it well, like, I love this so much, brought me so much joy, I want to give it to you.
Yeah, I love that. Maybe
So.
I'll give Chooch out, my dog, this
Just for the
year.
day.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying. My dog is behind.
Choochie
Passed
loves
out behind
you.
me. My dog is just hearing Simon and Garfunkel, the sound of silence behind me, and your dog's having his best life. As Atticus says, my skin looks great in the morning, but soon after lunch, I look a little greasy, even when not using foundation. How do I avoid the late afternoon shine?
Well, this is something I can't relate to because I'm a dry ass bitch. So I would love an afternoon glow, you know? It would be great. You can do lots of like oil control things. We all should be sunscreen every day. They make mattifying sunscreens. They make sunscreens that control oil. And there's certain BB creams and things that help with that too. There's this, CoverGirl recently went cruelty free. Okay. And it's very exciting because none of the drugstore, well, there's a few, but most of the big dogs at the drugstore aren't. So when CoverGirl went cruelty free, we're all really excited. Apparently they have a BB cream that is specifically formulated for oily skin and it keeps that oil in, honey. And I haven't tried it, but everyone's raving about it, so maybe try that.
And what is a BB cream for the boys that are still listening?
BB stands for Beauty Beads, I believe. But it's essentially just a tinted moisturizer. It's a very light coverage foundation.
And what's a CC cream?
That's color corrector.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they're never green or purple.
No, to be honest, I think it's all just marketing and labeling. I think it's just a light, sheer coverage.
Okay.
Yeah.
BB cream, because that was the buzzword. The BB cream.
Yes. And I believe a lot of them have SPF in them, so.
But it's not enough.
I mean, depends on who you're asking. If you're asking Jackie J, no way, Jose.
Keep it protected. Stefan_NJ, and I appreciate that a man wrote this in. I'm assuming it's a man. How much skincare can a guy do without it being too much? And should guys wear makeup in any quantity? What do you think about that?
I think we need to destigmatize skincare with non-women.
Non-women.
So you know what? I don't know. I feel like if I was seeing a guy or something, and I, maybe we hook up, and he's like, "Let's go to bed," and he busts out a full 9-step Korean routine, I might be a little like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah. Can I do it too?
Yeah, I'd be like, "Oh, what's that serum? Let me try it." You know what? Let's take care of ourselves and not judge other people and what brings them joy. Bring it on, baby.
I love it.
What about you? What do you think, Iliza?
I agree. Well, thank you. Finally, somebody asked me. My husband, it's interesting. I think a lot of guys just naturally have good skin, and women, because we have like your chin is a hormonal area. We get hormonal breakouts, and because makeup can do different things, and sun, and because you're not allowed to age as a woman, we don't look at men if they have wrinkles. We don't look at that as something that needs correcting. Like my husband's got great skin, and I'm like, well, you probably don't need to wash. Everybody should wash their face, but he doesn't. So sometimes he'll do a mask with me.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. It's a lot of the stuff we do is because we're trying to be preventative and correct.
Yes.
And men don't need to because of the way society looks at them.
Yes.
But I do think, calling a guy, "Oh, that's gay," if they use product or something like that, and it's like, well, they're just trying to match your effort. So I don't know why we would condemn that. I don't think there's too much. I think too much is when you're hurting yourself.
Yes.
And should guys wear makeup? Full disclosure, I think a dude with a little bit of eyeliner, you probably don't want to marry that dude, but I think it looks kind of hot.
I'll chuck on some rouge if I need a little pop.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Just a little something to give it,
Yeah, and I feel like that's where
Come
we're
out
headed, and we should, once again, take the stigma out. And same with companies. Companies stop marketing towards women alone. You know
MAC
what I mean?
is really good about that.
There's plenty of people in the world. Everybody wants a little color correction under their eyes. Everybody gets a zit and maybe wants to put a little cover up on it. It doesn't matter. So, you know what? I'm here for all of it.
Because the truth is, we can always tell when there's cover up.
Right.
So everybody knows. We went to a Day of the Dead party, and I did my husband's makeup. He's really light eyes, and when we washed it off, he was left with this dark liner, and I was like, keep it on.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
Let's do a Pete Wentz moment.
Yeah. Other people will be like, oh, her husband wears eye makeup. He already has sideburns because I told him I like them. You should not listen to me. Don't let me marry you and change your face. But I like the eyeliner.
Yeah.
So then to couple with that question, Nick Craven says, is there any product you can recommend for guys?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like I heard you say this on your last episode, something about how do you normally shop for your products or what. So for guys, this is what you need. Sunscreen every day.
Yeah.
Wherever you're at, whatever age you're at, you got to be sunscreening every day.
Even if not for aging, for skin, health,
Yes.
no cancer.
Yes.
Sure.
There's so much crap in our air. Our phone screens are giving us the blue light from the phones and all. I mean, it's literally coming at us from all angles
I
at
thought
this
blue
point.
light was good.
All I know, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. The screens have bad stuff in them.
Yeah.
The sun has bad stuff in them. Even if you're driving in the damn car, your arm is in the sun.
Yes.
So every guy needs a sunscreen. Now, if I could recommend a brand or something, there's so many variables. It's like, where do you normally shop? Are you a Target guy? Are you an Amazon guy? Do you, just take whatever your mom gives you, whatever's going on, go to that place and see what you respond to in terms of packaging. Because if you like looking at it, you're more likely to use it. If you like the look of it, the feel of it. So, if you like to go on Amazon, type in sunscreen, read reviews, find one that works for you, So I don't like telling guys specific this is a man's brand,
Man's brand.
There's a man's brand. Because what is gender? So get a sunscreen, wash your face at night, wash all that garbage off.
Yeah.
So wash your face at night, sunscreen in the day. If you want to get crazy, maybe put a moisturizer on before you go to bed. That's a great place to start.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nice moisturizer. You want to keep your skin looking nice. I meet a lot of, my friend Hunter was like, I just want to be leathery. And I'm like, you don't.
You don't.
Because there's no going back.
How old is Hunter?
30.
See, that motherfucker has no perspective.
He will when I get through with him.
Yeah.
This
take
tour's
that.
going to ride his butt. Hunter! Succulent Post. I love that name.
Oh, me too. I love plants.
I do too. To both of you, what is your favorite beauty product, a beauty trend you want to try, and a beauty trend you think is the most ridiculous?
Okay.
Okay, we'll start with you on all those.
Okay.
I don't even know if I have an answer.
What's the first one?
Favorite beauty product?
It would probably be my oil.
Face oil?
Oh, yeah.
Who makes it?
Well, we haven't gotten to this yet, but I just did a collab with a company, and they're called Loli Beauty, Loli. And it's a woman-founded, woman-owned, based in the U.S., fully food-grade organic, fully sustainable.
Whoa.
Eco-friendly packaging. Everything's recyclable or upcyclable, so the bottles are all reusable. Everything's reusable.
Upcyclable. Interesting.
Everybody was paid ethically by every step of the way, every ingredient. It's just a really solid, good company. And we did an oil. They had an amazing plum elixir. You know, plums are the new thing, honey.
Really?
Get those argons out. Get those marula oils out. It's about the plum in 2019.
What is the plum doing?
It's just such a beautiful, rich oil with all these amazing vitamin A, vitamin C, great properties. And it just really moisturizes.
Do you have any on you? Can I have some?
I wish. No, I don't have the products yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I'll get you some.
I'll be a customer.
It's the most amazing oil. It's called the Pank
Okay.
Plum Elixir because all my products are called the Natch Beaut Pank collection because Pank is my favorite color.
Yeah.
I don't if y'all have ever watched Steel Magnolias.
Yeah.
Her colors are Pank and Pank.
Pank.
That's where I got the Pank
I love
from.
that.
So all 3 products, they're all Pank. The oil is amazing, but it's a fairly new phenomenon. I mean, you and I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Oil free. Oil free. It's like
Yeah.
putting oil in your face was like sacrilegious.
Blot out the oil.
Yes, but now we're all about the
Dewy.
oils.
Yeah.
So I oil all the time. So if I had to pick one product right now, it would be my Loli Natch Beaut Pank Elixir.
Okay.
And it's fancy.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love a good oil on the face.
Yeah.
Especially at night. Okay, that's
Yeah.
my favorite beauty product right now. There's 2, and this is so sad because as I'm saying it, I'm like, oh, this is what I said on her podcast like 8 months ago.
That's good though.
I'm a creature of habit for
Yeah.
makeup. I think it's L'Oreal makes lash tubes mascara. It's half white, half red. And you do a primer and the mascara, and it never smudges, and it comes off in pieces, and you can build.
Yeah.
I have really long eyelashes anyway, and it doesn't
They're
smudge.
really beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that. And Murad makes a moisturizer sunscreen that I wear every day, and I feel like it keeps my skin plump.
Yep.
I like it.
I love Dr. Murad. He's cool.
It's great. Beauty trend you want to try.
Okay.
That's a tough one for you.
Yeah, it is tough because I try stuff when it comes out. Have you heard about these strings?
Oh my God. What?
So now they're starting to do, they're basically like medical sutures, but they put them in your skin and then you can basically like do facelifts, lip lifts. Apparently the Hadid sisters, the reason they have those amazing cheekbones is because they have the strings in their face.
There's strings in their face.
Yeah, so it's actually a lot more natural than getting a facelift or getting fillers or anything like that.
Where are they tying the strings?
They're inside your face.
But where do you anchor them?
I don't know how it works, I'm going to be honest. But it keeps coming up. I met a girl on set that had her lip done. Basically, she had her top lip. They just had it up a little bit. So it created like a little bit of a Cheshire cat lip. Instead of getting it filled in with filler, she just had a little suture underneath.
I challenge this. That
And
sounds
apparently,
really invasive.
but it's not. And it's safe. And it doesn't, I don't know.
I'm going to look up face strings.
Yeah. The face strings.
You're-
I'm curious.
We're marionettes.
I want to get some so it looks like I'm always smiling just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be just a delightful person.
I'm down with that. What's it called? The Glasgow smile?
Oh, that's the opposite of
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
something
Slicing
horrible.
your face up.
Like people to reference the disclaimer from the beginning of the show.
Yeah, don't split open your face. Nothing from
Yes.
Glasgow is not going to be aggressive.
Do not, yes.
That being said, I was there recently, and everybody was nice.
Did you see any people with Glasgow smiles?
No, it's Glasgow.
Glasgow.
And they will correct you if I don't.
Oh, listen, I'm happy. If I ever say anything wrong, I welcome the passive-aggressive DMs.
See, we were talking about this
Yeah.
earlier, like correcting people's things. Like, what do you do? I did try some really gross. I'll get hung for saying this, but I didn't like their. Oh shit, what's the name of their soda? Iron Brew. It's like their Coca-Cola, and it's the grossest thing ever.
Fair.
Beauty trend you think is the most ridiculous?
Yeah, I had a hard time with this.
I love that you read these questions before.
Well, I don't like to think on the spot. That's a hard one. It's gotten real excessive.
Yeah.
But if you like it, do it. You know, like I said, if you're not harming anybody, do it. So I think just overdoing. I've started to pull back in terms of like not put so many acids on my face, not put so many abrasive things on my face. Like, so maybe just chill the fuck out a little bit.
Yeah.
And like be more gentle to yourself.
That's good ethos.
Yeah.
That's a good way to be.
I wish
Okay.
I had one. Like, you know, I've tried like. Did you see last year magnetic eyelash strips were a thing?
Yes, I did.
They're garbage.
Right.
They're fucking garbage. There were eyebrow extensions for a while. I mean, you know, but I've tried all that shit, so I can't judge anybody.
No,
I've done it all, babe.
But you could still, of course, but you could be like, this is, and I think we also can create a space where you can say it's ridiculous, and if someone feels hurt, like, don't listen to the podcast. Like, it's not an attack on them, but in terms of ridiculous, I don't know. I just think girls being told that they need to wear a lot of makeup when they don't.
Right.
Oftentimes you probably look better without it. That's my thing.
I've noticed that, at least since I've had my babies, that I smell differently when I sweat. Maybe I'm just like getting older. I don't know, but I smell differently. And I don't love that. If I'm on set or if I'm on stage or if I'm doing anything like functioning in public and I don't want sweat stains or to be aware of my stinky pits, that's when I turn to Lumi Whole Body Deodorant because it keeps me smelling fresh all day. Lumi is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, under boobs, right wings, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, your feet. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. How? Well, unlike certain traditional deodorants that may try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code. If you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off the starter pack. Use code Iliza for 15% off your first purchase at lumideodorant.com. That's code Iliza at LUMEDEODORANT.com.
A hilarious new stand-up special from comedy legend Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, is coming to Hulu November 22nd. This Thanksgiving, see Jim in a whole new light as he gives you the inside scoop on everything from parenting teenagers to weight loss and gaslighting family members. For everyone in need of a happy hour, the new hilarious stand-up special, Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, premieres November 22nd, streaming on Hulu.
B2 Reynolds says, at some point, every loud group of friends has incorrectly proclaimed, oh my God, we should have a show. As podcast host, what helps you determine which conversations are worth having publicly, and what helps you get over the will anyone care about this self-doubt?
That never goes away. I don't know about you. Does that go away for you? I mean, because you see huge crowds of people cheering for you, so it's more tangible.
You know what? I usually realize no one cares about this as it's coming out of my mouth. And it's like, it doesn't have to be on a show. It could be mid-sentence.
Right.
I'm trying to write this TED Talk, and I started to tell the story about this time I made cookies, and this girl was mean to me, and I was like, who the fuck cares about this? What are you saying? So self-editing even in the moment,
yes.
I think it's a good feature.
Yes.
But I think she's talking about kind of this phenomenon that, like, everybody has a podcast.
Yes.
And I think if I look at yours, and I became privy to it when I was invited on it, and I was like, what a cool, like, your love of beauty products is what motivates that, and you're such a delightful personality anyway, but that's a conduit for your comedy and a marriage of your passion. And I think a lot of people don't have, of course, that point of view. When I was doing my podcast, they're like, what's the hook? I'm like, I'm fucking funny. That's the hook.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, it's like, no, it's just me and my sister, and we're just talking.
And we're hilarious.
Right. And it's like,
yeah.
Okay. So I think having a point of view
exactly.
and a thesis.
Yes. I think that's very true. The podcasts are, you know, I stole this from Roz Dresveles, who's a drag queen who I just had on Natch Beaut. But she said, the podcasting is like getting a jury summons in LA.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And I laughed so hard because it's just different for us, you know, because again, it's work and it's. But
that's the other thing. It is work.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just show up. Like,
right.
There's a whole community behind it.
Yeah. This is business. Yeah. So, I bet when you sit around with your friends, it's fucking hysterical. I laugh so hard with my friends, and part of me is like, oh man, we should have written that down or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's gone in the moment. So, but then again, if I tried to recreate that on the mic, it
No.
wouldn't be the same.
No.
So live in the moment, live your life, and then come up with whatever you want to do your podcast on, and try to stay on topic.
Try to stay on topic, like keep it back to the theme.
Right.
Like mine's pretty loose because it's like I'm just answering your questions.
Yeah, so you don't know what's going to come up.
Yeah, but yours is, like you're not answering questions about, like it's all beauty relevant questions. And I think people like that consistency. Yeah, for every people are going to for every girl podcast where it's like, we just talk about our pussies, whatever, you got a bunch of guys that are like, and we're just talking about fights we saw. So you get all kinds of people that are just trying, but if it works, I mean, some people love a well-produced podcast.
Yeah, and I think the game is strong, so if you're not that fucking interesting.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, you're just
There's
not.
that.
You got to really work.
People are like, oh, I'll just have a Joe Rogan moment. And it's like, people don't ever see all the work that went into that. And even just as a comic or as a writer or as a whatever you were doing before, like Aaron Mankey, who does lore, like that's a passion of his. Or, God, who wrote The Tipping Point? Malcolm Gladwell. Like this is a life in the making that you then turn into a podcast. This wasn't just like, my friends from Detroit think I'm funny.
He didn't just turn a microphone on. You know, 10,000 hours to achieve genius.
There you go.
And Iliza's hysterical. She's been fucking working on this for a long ass time.
That's right.
How many stand-up specials have you had?
4.
Okay, you're not going to be as funny as Iliza when you turn the damn mic on. It's just the facts.
Just the facts.
You know, you can work on it.
You sound like Harry Carey. Has everyone told you that?
I don't think so, but I love that.
Oh,
and
my
I actually
God.
don't even know if I've heard real Harry Carey.
No,
I've only
just
heard
Will Ferrell.
Ferrell.
Totally.
Yeah. That's such a millennial thing. Like, we don't know the source material. We know the parodied version of something.
But now it's starting, like, I'll listen to songs and I'll be like, I remember that song the first time it came around. Like, I'll hear and I'm like, oh, I'm turning into the older.
Yep,
the
that's
elder.
happening.
Lula Hula.
Cute name.
I know. Huh. Okay, well, it says Iliza, but you're going to answer this too. I think you're the funniest person on the planet. Thank you, Lula Hula. I have a hen party bachelorette-based problem. My friend is getting married in July, and I'm organizing her last night of freedom. She gave me a list of people to invite, and it didn't include a mutual friend of ours who's married to one of our spouse's friends. Okay. So it's a friend that we have in common.
Okay.
But we're friends with her because she's married to, like, Bob.
Okay, yeah.
To one of our husband's friends.
Okay.
Whatever. We have our own group text and are all pretty good friends, so I assume she would be on the list, but she isn't. I'm not sure if our friend has noticed that she hasn't been invited, but it will obviously become clear later on. I don't want to make it awkward for the bride, but I also don't want our friend to feel left out. What should I do? I know that answer.
Oh, I want to hear what you think.
My answer is it is your friend's bachelorette party. You can blame the friend. If it ever comes up, be like, oh, so-and-so just threw it. But also, that girl, it's so immature to be like, why wasn't I invited? If you've invited every girl in your group but her, that's shitty.
Yeah.
Think of the emotional cost. Like, is it worth it? But if, like, I'm having a birthday party this weekend, there's only 4 girls, and, like, a good friend is not invited, and I'm just like, yeah, Mary Louise threw it, not me.
Yeah.
Get over it.
I think just shoot the bride a text real quick. Say, notice so-and-so wasn't on it. Wanted to make sure that's cool and what you wanted. She'll say yes or no, and then you move fucking forward.
Yeah.
No, you can't. So many feelings come up with marriages and,
Oh my God.
and invites. And
If that girl brings it up, like, that's not cool. Like, it's
No.
what the bride wants.
yes.
And also, it could just be like, we could only invite 7, or whatever.
Right.
But she shouldn't feel hurt by
I
that.
feel like the bride, if you're good friends with her, you would know if there was something going on. Like if she was like, I hate Sheila, I don't want her at my fucking party. She should have told you that. So I think she got left off for a reason.
Yeah, find out.
Find out, but if you don't want to annoy the bride about it, you just got to clear it up.
No,
One
you got to
quick
ask the
text.
bride. She's not the queen of
One
England.
quick text. Just be like, hey, noticed,
Yep.
you know, Barb wasn't on the list.
Big Barb.
I won't invite Barb. Cool. She'll write back, she's a cunt, or she'll write back and say, oops, I fucking left her off. Thank God you asked me.
Yeah, there you go. But either way, it's not on you.
Yes.
You don't want to hurt that girl's feelings, and that's that.
Yeah.
But also, I will say this: as I've gotten older, there are friends that you like at lunch that you don't want to drink with. I am
Yes.
having that now where I'm like, I don't really want to see that person in that environment because they're not good drinkers. And I
Right.
don't want to have to babysit you on my night.
It's my day.
It's my day. It's my fucking year.
It's your day. It's your year.
Way. All right. So that's a good relationship one. Haley T. Hi, Jackie and Iliza. I'm a 28-year-old female who stutters, and I'm working on becoming more confident. I go to speech therapy and work pretty hard to be somewhat fluent. Fluent? You already speak English. Okay, maybe fluent has a different meaning.
I think she means fluent with her language, like doesn't
Yeah.
stutter.
But when I go to the bank or order food, people still fuck with me sometimes. It was such a sweet, they still fuck with me sometimes. I know that it's just part of life. Some people just don't know how to react. So I'm not looking for sympathy. I was just wondering if you clever ladies could come up with a good comeback to have when someone is a dick about my stutter. A lot of the time, people are very kind and patient. I don't want to sound so negative. Thanks. I listen to you both your pods all the time.
She sounds so sweet.
She does.
Yeah.
It's time to lay down the hammer.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something like to say, like a comeback or like a sassy, in your face
Right.
thing. But I don't know. Couldn't you just say, I stutter. 1 second, please. I don't know. What do you think, Iliza? Help us.
Okay.
Help us, Iliza.
Here's a thought, and this is really going to become, are you comfortable with the discomfort you're about to cause? Because what you could do, and this person will feel bad forever, like you're ordering something and you're
Yeah.
stuttering. If they make fun of you, you look right at them and you go, does that make you feel better to make fun of me? And let them just
Yeah.
stare right back. And
Because we know that they have something.
There's
they
a
were,
chance,
they
too-
were bullied. Mommy was mean.
or there's a chance like they don't know you have a stutter and they think you're joking. I've had that in audiences where like I think it's one thing, but the person is really having like an epileptic seizure or something. So, but you are allowed. I'm reading some of your language here. I don't want to sound so negative. Oh, by the way, where'd it go? I don't know. I'm not looking for sympathy. I don't want to sound negative. You're doing all these corrections that women do where
Right.
you're letting people like, look, I really am being cool. So please, you don't owe anyone an apology.
Yes.
If they are going to be rude, you don't have to be rude back. You can correct their ignorance.
Yep.
Just as someone would if someone made a Jew joke to me or if a person of color, if they wanted to stand up for themselves, your issue is your stutter and you do not have to, I'm not trying to be negative. You can be negative and you can say, this is a stutter and I'm like not dissimilar to what Jackie said and I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I hope you feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You don't have to fucking apologize for this.
And don't take their feelings into consideration.
Right. And also, you're never going to see that dickhead again anyway.
Yeah. So stop going to the same
Don't
Walmart.
feel bad. Don't feel like you're inconveniencing them.
There you
Don't-
go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah. I mean, if they have an issue with it, that's their own fucking issue.
Or just look at him and be like, I bet your mother's really proud that you made fun of a girl with a stutter.
Right.
But say it with a stutter and take extra long so they have to listen.
That's another thing. You could just totally, like, if they're being a dick, take up another 10 minutes of their time. You know what? Fuck you. Don't be in such a hurry. Have a little patience in life, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Tell them it seems like their issue is bigger than yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're making fun of me, your issue's bigger than mine. That's good,
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah.
And then you show him your gun. Next question.
Yeah, flash the piece and walk
Flash
away.
that piece. Oh, flash that piece. Feels blind _. I truly respect both of your opinions.
Oh.
Big mistake.
Yeah.
My longtime boyfriend doesn't believe in marriage, but I'm actually traditional and really want to get married. We're building a house and a family together, but I want marriage. I want the marriage part too. What can I say to him to help him realize how important it is for me and that should I have this nagging thought that it's me that he doesn't want as a wife? Oy.
I mean, this cut me deep, to be honest.
Oof.
This is in LA, and this might not just be an LA thing. It maybe is, this is an issue that has come up amongst a lot of
Speak on
friends
it.
of mine. Even me, I was with my man for 5 years before he proposed.
Mm-hmm.
And we certainly got into a couple conversations about it because I was like, hey, I'd like this to happen.
Yeah.
And you have to get on the same page about things. So if you're not, you have to get on the same page with things. And if you don't, one of you has to compromise and be okay with it. It's like being like, well, my hair is purple. I don't like it. Well, I'm not going to change it. Okay. Am I going to keep seeing you with purple hair or am I going to move on because I don't want somebody with purple hair?
Yeah.
You got to decide. Because you can't change anybody, honey. You can't change anybody. And if you force him to do something he doesn't want to do, he's going to resent you.
He's going to resent you.
It's going to be a bigger issue. So what do you think, Iliza?
Well, Jackie, I don't have the information. I don't know how long you've been together. If you're building a home and family together, for tax purposes and health benefits alone, you should get married.
Yes.
I don't know why he doesn't want that, and perhaps that's an issue.
So many people do, though. And a lot of men that don't just say, I don't need it, it's just a piece of paper. But what is that? Why is that a thing?
And it's like, well, if it's just a piece of paper, your insurance will be better.
Yes.
There are something like joint filing taxes is better. And it's kind of that thing. It's like, if you're going to dismiss it as just a piece of paper, then by that same argument, it's just a piece of paper.
Exactly.
You need to get to the root of that issue. You are building, yes, there are common laws. I'm looking at this from like a strictly legal point of view. You're building something together and you need to be protected.
Yes.
If you are so blindly in love with this person and they don't want to marry you, but they want to have all the trappings of a marriage, I think that's like a psychological issue.
Something's going on.
Something's going on. And you know what? This idea, and I should have this nagging thought that it's me he doesn't want as a wife. First of all, let's eliminate the word nagging.
Yeah.
Because that's a word we use when they aren't doing what we want.
Yes.
That it isn't me he wants as a wife. Maybe. But if you're building a home, so to me that I feel like and you said family, so maybe you're having kids.
Yeah.
It could be I don't think that's it.
I feel like you've already had kids in a house with this guy. So if this was an issue, maybe you should have waited before that, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would.
Before you pop a baby out and put a damn, sold
over
sign in the yard, maybe this should have come up.
And you know what? Maybe but he owes it to you to be like, I don't want you as a wife. It would be weird to go through all that and to stay with someone and be like, but I would rather marry someone else.
Right.
So you guys are not being honest about something.
Something's going on.
Something's going on. Feels blind.
We smell something fishy going on
Your
here,
love
baby.
feels blind, but the details feel blind to this.
But I think we wish her well, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Next question.
Same.
Of course we wish you well. We want you to be okay. We wish you hadn't gone this far, but you'll be okay.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like you keep dating somebody with purple hair. You have a kid with them, and my hair's still purple. I still don't like it.
Right.
It's like you've already let him have it this long.
That's the other thing is I think this is a thing a lot. A friend of mine just broke up because of this. A lot of times girls get into these relationships and I don't need to get married. You probably were telling him all along, like, it's fine.
Right.
And now you're like, it's not fine.
Right.
Even if you were saying it's not fine, you did let it get that far.
Right.
And he's gotten everything he wants and you don't have that thing you want. And I think a lot of times girls let it go, trying to be the cool girl or like whatever. And then you're a little bit older, push comes to shove, and it's like, well, and the guy's like, I never said I was going to marry you. I told you from day one.
Right. And you said you were cool with it.
You said you were a cool girl that drinks beer.
You have to have a shared trajectory in a relationship.
Yeah.
You both have to say, this is where I want this to go. And if they don't match up, I mean, you got to deal with it.
Absolutely. And that is one of the benefits of being older is that you kind of have a clearer picture.
Yes.
And it's not like whatever he wants. Like
Right.
Smokey Husky and I met, and it was like, of course we think we want kids. We want to be married. We want to move in tomorrow. Like it was just like,
Right.
Plus we're both Jewish. Like this is not rocket science. Darcy Olm. Hello. I'm in college and kind of developing a crush on a senior who graduates in a few months.
Ooh.
Do I make a move or just give up because he's leaving anyways? Like I rarely meet a guy with so many similar interests as me. Is straight and tall. Okay.
Same. That's my perfect man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do.
Honey, make a move, right?
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Because if you're in college, if he's a senior,
Yeah.
you could be like 17 and he's like 22.
I assumed does she say what age she's in?
She's
Or
not a
they,
senior.
Or he. Do we know? We don't know the gender,
I'm going to
right?
go with girl.
Mm-hmm.
But
You know your demographic.
yeah, but I think he's leaving.
But why not, I don't know. I'm a romantic, babe.
I love it.
I just see y'all across the room from each other, eyeing each other in the library. It's the final party, the last party of the year. Maybe it's a toga party. Maybe you're wearing your best sheet. Your best sheet! You spy him from across the kegs. I mean, I don't know. Life is short.
Life is so short.
And I think, okay, if we're talking like guy-girl kind of thing, I love when a guy makes the first move. It's great to know because then you feel wanted. You got to just try throw a little teaser out there. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. He will have sex with you. I'm assuming you're like normal looking. He will. Female comic shames abnormal looking people. He will, and he's probably, like he's a guy, he's about to start his life. Like, I'm
right.
sure, and he like mess around with you for a little bit. Here's a great thing about throwing it out there. And I would not, if you really just want to have sex, that's one thing, but I don't think you do.
Yeah.
I think you want this person, you don't want to stifle. He's going to go off and he's about to take the biggest step of his life into the real world.
Yeah.
Put it out there. Let him know that you're cute and he thinks you're cute. He will remember that. And then, like, in 5 years, you'll be at, like, a mutual company retreat at, like, a Sheraton at, like, the SeaTac airport or something. And he'll be like, Becca? That song, that
His hairline has started
song.
to recede.
Yeah, that's like, hotel bar and now,
yeah.
That's about, like, seeing each other.
In Tucson, got that Blink-182 song. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was the other part of it. Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's called Closer by the Chainsmokers. Yeah.
Can't stop.
Yeah.
What
That's
up?
Halsey.
Oh, yeah, all I know is in the hotel bar. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've been in so many hotel bars.
Yeah.
Do it to plant that seed for your future. That way, whatever girl he meets, in the back of his mind, he'll be like, oh, but what about Darcy?
Becca.
Yeah, Becca, who I don't know her. I think her name's Darcy.
You know what? I want you to make a move. And it doesn't have to be an aggressive move. Maybe you're at the keg party, you're holding drinks, and you're like, man, it's sad you're leaving because, like, I really think, I just like you. I think you're cool. And, maybe we could have made something out of this. And leave it at that. Don't say anything. Put the ball in his court.
Run.
Take the power. Take the power. Because that's what I've learned is the more you talk, the worse it gets. Say one thing and then be quiet.
Drop it.
And let him react. He might go, oh, no. And then okay, cool. I shot my shot. It didn't work out.
Okay.
But he might go, I've always had that feeling about you too.
There you go.
And then,
what do we do?
If I lay here, we'll start playing. And then,
I just lay here. Oh.
Yeah.
You
I
went
tried.
high.
Yeah. Snow Patrol.
To your point,
Yeah.
because I was like, no, I'll go my way. But then I agree with you now. When I was a freshman in high school, there was a boy, I'm not going to use his real name, who was a senior.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like I don't know what I was doing. I had a boyfriend, but I always thought he was cute.
Yeah.
I never really talked to him, but he was super smart. We'll call him Bob. I thought he was so cute. And that's that.
Yeah.
And I never really talked to him. And he went to a really good school. Never talked to him again. Years later, I was doing a show somewhere else. And he Facebooked me and he's like, hey, because we had a high school connection. He's like, I'd love to come out with some colleagues. And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
I forgotten that I even that I thought he was
Yeah.
cute. I was like, oh my God, Bob.
How's Bob
Moskowitz.
looking? How's Bob looking?
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
And he showed up to the show. So we all went out for drinks. And I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. I was so tired. I had an early flight. And I just shot him a text. And I was like, I always had a crush on you in high school. And he wrote back. He's like, I think you're absolutely beautiful. When can I see you again? And we like tried to hang out for a little bit. And it didn't work. But I really like him as a person.
Yeah.
But like that was one of those moments where like my mom also recently told me. It's just one of those things where it's always nice to hear. No, this is like not about cheating. That she had a guy that she worked with for like 15 years.
Yeah.
And he worked in her office. And she went back to Dallas recently for something. She lives in Florida. I don't know if I should tell this story. Maybe. I think it's fine. And they were like work friends, and
Yeah.
I was the same age as his son or whatever. And they were total, like, she is Jewish, and I don't know what her politics really are or if it's anyone's business, but like from New York, and he's like red-blooded from Texas, but they always got along, and they went to lunch, which is the most respectful, least sexual way.
Yes.
And he walked her to the elevator, and as the elevator door was closing, he said, I always had a crush on you. And they're both married.
Yeah.
But like that was the best way, and like it made her feel so good.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's cute, and like, so yeah.
That's what I'm
say it
saying.
to
He's
him.
about to leave.
You're right.
He's about to leave. Like even if worst case scenario he goes, ew, loser.
Right.
You'll never see that fucking asshole again.
There you go.
tried.
Yeah.
You might be wondering. You might be 34 and be like, I wonder if that guy,
I wonder
if he was the one that got away, kind of thing.
No one's ever persuaded me to, like, usually people are like, here's my opinion. I'm like, well, that's dumb. Here's mine. But now I'm wondering what I've been missing out on because I totally agree with you. Oh, man.
Best case scenario, this dude will like bomb his finals and buy you guys another year.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's what you
not
want,
too
a
late.
townie.
Yeah.
Yes.
A college grad
You
turned
want
townie.
to drop out Van
Yeah.
Wilder.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
So, baby, pull
So-
me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can afford. Like that tattoo on your shoulder. They're kind of silly, but like in a fun, young way. Like when she goes, "We are never getting older," my reaction as a 34-year-old was like, "Fuck you, Halsey.
You're about to get so old.
You're going to hate
hit
those
you."
tattoos. You're going to regret all of them.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, damn, you know?
Listen up, Halsey.
It happens to us all, babe.
You're about to get so old so fast.
Yeah.
And one day you're going to turn around and be like, oh my God, I'm the oldest one here.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Yeah.
And they won't sell me drugs because they think I'm a narc. And this is kind of related because we're talking about that boy leaving. Hello, JP. Jackie, what would you recommend to someone considering moving to the LA area? What was your experience like? Not sure if it's spending my entire workday listening to LA-based pods or winter in Wisconsin, but I can't get the idea off my mind. And then he sent some emojis that didn't translate to a Word document.
You know what? Man, I've got mixed feelings about this because I constantly say if you're thinking about moving to LA, stay home.
Stay
We're
home.
full.
We're full.
It's brutal here. I don't know how. It's really, really fucking brutal here.
It's a steel cage death match.
It is fucking hard here. And we're having a housing crisis. It's rough. I'm not going to lie to you. As somebody who's like your older auntie, I'm going to be dead honest with you. It's not all rainbows and whistle beams, babe. It's rough as fucking LA. However, I came here. You came here.
A long time ago, though.
Same, 13 years ago. So, you know, it happens. I think if you're young and you're in a place where you don't have the job you want, you don't have the life you want, you're willing to leave your family because it's hard. Iliza knows. I know. It's
I was
hard.
okay with it.
Okay, yeah, same. But you know what I mean.
But it's hard.
You get FOMO hardcore, like, oh, we're all at dinner and and I'm like, cool, I'm alone in LA, fine. But so if you have nothing to lose, shoot the shot. Save up. Come out here, make a 6-month plan.
Save
If you
up.
hate it,
Don't be-
go home.
Yeah, there's that.
If you love it, stay. You got to do it while you're young and unencumbered. You don't have a dog. You don't have a husband. You don't have a mortgage. If you're unencumbered, do it.
I feel like this also applies to the girl that like didn't know about getting married.
Because you might regret it if you never tried. So try.
I agree about the young thing. I look at the hustle involved and I'm like, I couldn't have done this if I did it now at 35. When you're in your 20s, you don't know what you don't know.
Yes.
So you have that endless energy. You can be hungover and still go to work. And
Right.
You don't have you have a shitty apartment.
And you can eat like cheap, shitty food every night and like, you know.
Emily's like, they're talking about me.
I love ramen noodles.
But you can bounce back and
Yes.
life sucks, but you're young, so it doesn't really affect you.
Yes.
And you're willing to do all that work and you're not as tired yet.
And I also don't think I think this is a girl. I recognize the screen name because I only have like 7 fans. Okay. So
I've read like a boy to me, but yeah.
So when I see the names, I'm like, I know that person. If you aren't pursuing acting, this town might be completely different.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nobody wants to hear, like, it's tough because, like, at the end of the day, the weather is nice.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
people
it's
don't
the place
really have
to be.
jobs.
It's truly the place to be.
But it is really competitive. It is exhausting. People
And we are having a housing crisis.
And there's a homeless crisis, and the world is en fuego all the time. But look, if you have a dream, like you really do want to do something,
right?
I will be the first one to be like, go for that dream.
Yes.
If you don't have a dream and you just want to come out here for the beach, guess what? Virginia's got a beach too.
Yeah. Really assess it because it's a huge decision. But if you make a plan, 6 months, 3 months, come, and that was nothing, come visit. Come visit for like 2 weeks. Get a cheap Airbnb and kind of take some meetings and assess like this is what life would be like if I was here.
Yeah, set some goals.
Yeah.
But LA is really good. It's like the land of the perpetual 25-year-old. And even at 45, like there are still people who like live in the same apartment they got when they got here. And they've got like a pod and they take a class and they just cobble together a living.
Yes.
So you can do that.
Yeah, that's me.
No! I'm saying like there are like men where you're like, oh.
No, the Neverlands.
The Neverland.
Yeah, I did.
Women will age, the men will say this.
When I moved here, I was 21 and I took my first like Upright Citizens Brigade improv class, and I was in the class with like a hunky 31-year-old actor guy. And I started hanging out with him. And he lived in like a rent-controlled apartment. And, you know, I was like, I thought he was so cool.
Yeah.
But now looking back, I'm like,
he's still there. Right, what were we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he could get away with that.
Yeah, it's okay. Because nobody has any shame here in LA. It's just like, whatever.
Right.
I have an $8 billion car. I live in a box.
Exactly.
It's time for Top of the Cob.
Yay!
Hit it.
It's the top of the cob. We're doing it right every day. You just take a bite, top of the cob.
Real quick, can I ask that Emily and Scott not have a fun conversation behind this glass? Because it looks like you're talking about me.
I almost died. I leaned over in the chair, and this thing almost went
Okay,
tits
so
up.
it's not
out
about
here.
me at all.
Yeah. No, I
Okay,
almost died.
well, stop almost dying.
And
It's
she
annoying.
said, I was really concerned about you, yet she didn't move.
You were moving.
She didn't reach. I mean,
Oh,
like,
she doesn't have the physical
No,
ability to
okay.
like twitch muscles. She doesn't have that. She couldn't help you. She's like an animal, like a cat. Like if you died in front of her, she'd just like clean herself and be like,
But I'm okay. Thanks for asking.
you're fine.
That little face.
Your dog has a tiny face. Your dog also suffers from small mouth syndrome.
Yes.
As does my dog. Who
It's a real,
it's real
it's an
epidemic.
issue close to my heart.
Squeeze you. My top of the cob is Jackie Michelle Johnson specific because a fan gave me this product
Oh, I can't wait.
and I keep all of the things that are like, nice
Yeah.
or whatever. And the other day I decided to use it in my quest to not use face masks. Oh, I took a picture of it. And it is Ahava, which is this Israeli brand and it's all like Dead Sea stuff. And it was Ahava. Where's the fucking phone? I took a picture of it. Specifically, I wore it the other night and I woke up and I was like, my skin feels really smooth and lovely. Ahava Hydration Cream Mask. Mask Crème Hydrant.
Ooh.
And it's...
Did you take French in high school?
No, but I'm really good with the accent.
That's beautiful.
Powered by Osmotor. Infuse and nourish thirsty skin with this active hydrating mask. A rich, creamy texture softens and smooth skins, providing intense hydration and comfort. And it did.
Wow.
That's my big push is this Ahava.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's blue.
I have that.
I love it.
I have that. It came in the FabFitFun box.
Feel my skin.
Yeah, I mean, damn, you also still have fullness.
That's because I'm fat. It's because I can't stop eating. I ate a lot of salt last night before bed.
Hey,
And I
it's
had
a
a
good
beer.
thing. It's a
Yeah.
good thing.
It's fullness.
Keep the face looking plump, baby.
Keep it plump.
Good to
cream
know
your
because
neck.
I have that.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, good to know.
That's my top. What's your top?
My top is my Lolly Beauty collab.
Tell us about your Lolly Beauty collab.
Okay, so there, like I said earlier, Lolly Beauty, LOLI Beauty.com. I did a Natch Beaut Pank collection, 3 products. There's a micellar water. Do you know about micellar water, Eliza?
Isn't that for
taking off makeup?
take off makeup? Yeah.
It's very French. Basically, it's water with tiny little oil molecules in it, and you can use it to tone. You can use it to take makeup off. It leaves a little light serum on your face. It's hydrating. It's amazing. It's yummy, yummy, yummy. Love it. There's a oil, like I talked about, the Pank Plum Elixir. It's got passion fruit oil, vanilla oil, all these yummy oils, and it's pink and beautiful. And then my last product is a Pank Patea mask, which is passion fruit. So it's passion fruit powder. Y'all know I love pink. So it's in a little jar, and so no waste, everything, and it's great.
Okay.
So those are my faves.
When's it
right
coming
now.
out?
It comes out the 15th of February.
Okay.
So it's out.
it's out. Where can they get it?
LollyBeauty.com. And if you use code Natch, you get 15% off.
NATCH.
That's right.
You guys, I'm gonna get some of that.
I mean, I could probably get you one.
I was hoping I could.
Yes, I'll get you
I
one.
want to eat it.
You can. It's food grade. You could eat it. You could use the oil as lube if you wanted.
Okay. I don't know if I'm there yet.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like it's really expensive and nice. So I would
I can't wait
rather.
to see that packaging.
I want
does
to put it on
expensive.
my face.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see it on Instagram.
You put on your lips, your nails, your hair,
I love a good
your
lip oil.
pits, your tits,
Put them on your nips.
nips, tits, pits.
Nips, tits, and lips.
Yes.
Cream those nips.
Cream those nips.
My bottom of the cob,
Yeah.
and I thought about that as I was getting dressed today, is that I just think boys' clothes are cooler than girls' clothes. And whenever I'm shopping, I'm always like, why is this not for girls? And it's hard because I don't want to dress like a lesbian, but like boys just get cooler shit.
I mean, why do we gender everything? It's so silly.
It's also just not flattering, but it's like, yeah, I want to wear, like, boys are always in like crispy sweats and like nice sweatshirts and expensive sneakers. And I'm like, I'm not tall enough to pull that off without looking frumpy, but boys always have better stuff. Anyway.
I tried on these pants. I know you're a pop punk enthusiast like me. I tried on these like cool kind of Dickies Avril Lavigne-ish pants.
Yeah.
But they were men's, and my ass wouldn't fit in them.
Yes, right.
Because they don't make the pants for asses.
And the Dickies girl pants, it's like they
didn't
bell
work
out.
for me.
They're like
Yeah.
scrubs.
So I don't know. Yeah, we need to just make custom clothes for everybody.
A homogenous line.
Yes.
For everyone. Okay.
Yes.
What's your bottom?
Okay, I had an acai bowl this morning, and it was all ice chunks.
Yeah.
Fuck ice chunks. Fuck ice chunks. I didn't order an ice chunk bowl. I ordered an acai bowl, motherfucker. Why were there ice chunks?
Because that shit's frozen. It's like ice cream.
It was not pleasant. I did not order a snow cone. I ordered a goddamn acai bowl. So if you're a fucking ice chunk, keep walking.
Keep walking.
Get out of my acai bowl.
Get that freezer burn out of there.
No, how unprofessional.
I agree.
I'm going to write a scathing Yelp.
Ooh, what's the
No,
company?
I'm not.
Shame them. Put them
I'm
on
not
blast.
going to.
No, don't do it.
I'm under the if you can't say something nice, don't say it at all mentality. So I'll only write a Yelp review if it's a great company and a great place.
Oh, I routinely write scathing Yelp reviews
Really?
as a way to get
Under
out
a
my ire.
Under a fake account?
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm going to be looking out.
Oh, I'll send you
I
the
can't
link.
wait.
I've written some boiled potatoes.
I
All right.
can't wait.
You are such a delight.
Thank
And
you.
I genuinely enjoy listening to you speak, and you're so fun and charismatic. And you guys can become followers of hers as well at Jackie Michelle with 1L Johnson.
That's right.
On Instagram. Sorry, on Twitter, Natch. Oh, what am I doing? On Instagram,
Yeah.
Natch Beaut is the podcast, and you
Yes.
can hear it where all podcasts are available.
Yes.
And look out for that skincare collab
Yes, you
with
said it.
Lolly. It's
Yeah.
a collab, and it's pink.
I hate to say it, but it is.
But it
okay?
So check it out. Thank you so much, Jackie.
Thanks for having me.
Butterball knows Thanksgiving can bring so much joy, but also so many cooking questions. What size turkey? What's the best way to roast? How do I carve it? Don't panic. Butterball is here to help. Just give us a ring at the Butterball Turkey Talk line. We'll help with what's on the table so you can focus on those around it. Call 1-800-BUTTERBALL or text 844-877-3456 to reach our turkey experts. Butterball. Today, we turkey.
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.